Hello everyone. Today I'm recording for Thursday episode. This is Sunday, and as usual, our Thursday Wellbeing talk, I thought about my preference versus God's plan and also God's lens. So we may have our A plan and A preference. However, God's path and plan can be much bigger and higher than ours, right? Because it is written. And even though we plan the path that it is God who would direct our step and guide us. So one day I actually, yeah, I I saw my journal and I realized that all of the age and the plan that I planned, it never happened that way. And obviously, yes, part of it was because I was in that carpe diem. Life is too short, just enjoy. If this is not the path, monks will leave the temple, not the not the way around, not the other way around, right? So I was in that in my immatured um my 20s were filled with lots of adventures and yeah, lots of exploring, lots of experiences, lots of experimentation, and yeah, and deep down, part of the reason was because of my personal experience. Yeah, my dad passed away and because of cancer. And I remember because of his responsibility to really take care of us all. Yeah, he just endured, even though he really, maybe there were some portions that he needed to go through that he didn't like. But yeah, because he needed to support us financially. So yeah, that gave me that instant instinct that I will never go through the stuff that I don't want to bear. If I don't like it, like I'll go somewhere else. Like, why should I endure all the people or like all the system that doesn't serve me to be better, right? So yeah, and then that is all about my preference, right? If I don't like it, I can leave it. If this doesn't serve me, then I will leave it. I don't like it, something like that. It's my preference, my way. And that was my 20s, okay? So and through the wilderness journey, then through lots of like refinery process firing processes, that was probably the second worst painful feeling that I've ever needed to go through. Partially, I felt in isolation. I came to realize there's a bigger thing. My preference, yes, as a human and as a person who has feeling, I may feel that way that I don't like this person. I don't like this something XYZ. But I've learned that we as sons and daughters and we as his children of God, our mission and our purpose, why we are still breathing and why we still live on this earth is to actually accomplish his plan and purpose. And that is actually against partially against our preference because we as a human nature may pursue something maybe more comfortable or feeling based, right? I don't like this person or like I don't like this atmosphere or whatever, all the excuses, right? However, God's plan and purpose is higher and far bigger and higher and better than us. And ultimately, our mission and our vision, our mission, and our purpose is to accomplish his plan and purpose, and he's based on our talents, right? So, and that comes down to using God's lens. Even though from my eyes, it may seem, why like this? Or like, why? Blah. Or I don't like this, or blah, 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 right? So many excuses or so many like preferences. But through the trainings, I've realized that even though it really is natural that we feel that way, we think that way. However, we have our choice and decision to use his lens so that we have the more loving and softer heart and compassionate lens. So, and that also eliminates we judge other people from our experiences or from our bias or from our limited lens, right? So that comes down to wider lens, wider perspectives, bigger, wider, deeper, higher lens and perspectives, and more accommodating, because God pursues unity in diversity. He welcomes everyone because he treats everyone equally. We're the same, whether it's male or female, and also regardless of the title, regardless of the status. From God's lens, from God's eyes, we are all equal and we're all the same. So I've learned that even though there's like a policy, even though there's a societal system, from his kingdom, how it operates in his kingdom and from his land is we are all one. So I wanted to share that kingdom's lens with you. And obviously, yes, it's up to you whether, and ultimately it's your choice whether you would embrace his lens or not. But I wanted to challenge you to think of from his perspectives and from his lens, because a lot of times we will be caught up with our preference, right? Based on our experiences, previous experiences and our memories. So yes, let's use his kingdom's lens so that we can love others more, embrace more other people, and treat everyone equally with love and have the compassionate heart. And yeah, let's keep practicing it. I know it's easier said than done. And I wanted to share that with you all. I hope this episode is helpful and gives you insight and also challenges as well. And thank you for following this journey. And this episode will connect next week as usual. I'll schedule this episode for Thursday.